It's been said that great leadership takes honesty, honor, and unselfish performance in the face of sacred obligations. From his early days as a young Boy Scout, Dan Evans has lived by those words.
The first time I met Dan Evans I was a camper at Camp Parsons. Dan was a section leader in what we called Copper City. Just a marvelous, marvelous person to have around, and the kids were happy with him.
Dan has always been a natural leader. He became a hike master at Camp Parsons and attained the rank of Eagle at 16.
I think it gave him a strong beginning of adapting to other people for what the rest of his career was going to be.
And what a career it has been. As the only Washington State governor to ever serve 3 consecutive terms, Dan had a unique ability to represent all of the state's residents. It made him one of the state's most cherished public figures.
When he was first elected, when he addressed the joint session of the legislature, his first words to them as the new governor was, "We did not come to Olympia to perpetuate the political conflicts. We came here to govern and do the people's business."
He was thoughtful, intelligent about public policy and about the way things should be done.
My parents politically didn't agree on anything in the 30 years they were married other than Dan Evans, and they were both big fans of his.
After his unprecedented 12-year run as governor and his time as a United States Senator, Dan's experience and advice were highly sought after by business and educational leaders.
He did have the great political instincts and insights, but it was his knowledge and his ability to engage on substantive management and leadership issues that was his real strength.
Dan, of course, has that enormous level of experience and decision-making, which makes him a particularly effective person to learn from.
While in office as well as the private sector, Dan has always stood up for the less fortunate. He's worked tirelessly to improve education, protect the environment, and put an end to poverty.
I think the fact that he's had such influential positions and he's carried them out very thoughtfully in terms of what you're doing to help the people in this world who aren't as well off as some of the rest of us.
Through it all, Dan never lost sight of his most important cause, his family.
It's clear to me that Dan was more effective because he married Nancy, and Dan would, I think, agree with that.
If your family doesn't turn out well, if your children don't turn out well, nothing else really matters. And during that busy, busy time, neither of them ever lost sight of their responsibilities as mother or father or as a family.
From Eagle Scout to Korean War veteran, from state representative to governor and senator, from politics to philanthropy, Dan Evans has done it all, and all very well.
Congratulations, Dan Evans, for being recognized as a pillar of Puget Sound.
Thank you for all the things you've done for me and for the business people you've worked with and providing us with guidance and leadership over the years.
It recognizes your abilities, it recognizes your activities in the community and with other people.
Congratulations to you for this very, 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 very appropriate and I'm sure comforting award.
A leader among leaders, a friend of scouting, a pillar of Puget Sound. Dan Evans.